Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here. In today's video, I'll be talking about the Washington Commanders training camp, and the rookies are dominating. Jalen Lane, Ja'Cory Crosskey-Merritt are absolutely balling out. We're going to talk about them in today's video. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and that notification bell as well. Comment down below who you're either most excited to see or who you've enjoyed watching the most if you've been to camp, or just hearing about if you're on Twitter and listening, or figuring it out about it on there. But let's talk about it. So Ja'Cory Crosskey-Merritt had a really good day today. I was working with the ones. Deebo Samuel, Luke McCaffrey. I was working with them. He had a beautiful stretch run, super patient behind pullers, exploded into a lane, jump cut into space, nice gain. Deebo Samuel and Luke McCaffrey both sprinted over to dap him up. And sorry if you guys hear some background noise, recording this at work during lunch. But these guys are, these rookies are doing really, really well, especially Ja'Cory Crosskey-Merritt. And Jalen Lane has had a couple good days. Cam Medrano the other day was the star of the show with back-to-back big plays, having an interception, and then also having a pass breakup the day before. So this rookie class is looking good. And I forgot Trey Amos. Trey Amos is a stud too. He's been good the whole time. Really no outstanding days, but just a good, consistent effort by him. And then Josh Connerly a little bit up and down. I'm going to make a separate video about him, but it's kind of expected from a tackle, which, takes a little bit longer to develop, and also, a guy learning a new position where he didn't really play right tackle. He played left tackle at Oregon. But Ja'Cory had a good day. He was getting first team reps with the team, obviously, a couple of days ago as well, which was making the rounds on social media. But that got attention of some fans, and rightfully so. He's I think he has a chance to be RB1 by the start of the season, or split RB1, RB1A, RB1B. I think that has a realistic shot of happening. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe it's because I'm not the biggest Brian Robinson fan on the field. He's a good guy and everything. I was there at training camp, and he was signing everyone except for Ed, which was funny. But he seemed like a good guy. And I'm not gonna say I'm his biggest fan, because I'm not. But I'm rooting for him for sure, because if he has a great year for the Commanders, then it helps him out a lot. But I would love for Ja'Cory Crosskey-Merritt to take his space, because if he does, or his spot, if he does, it means he's looking really, really good. And so far he has, according to all reports. And we'll have to see. The next step is preseason, and I guess the next step is joint practices, and then after that, it's preseason. And we'll see how he looks there, who he's running with. My guess is during the preseason, he's not necessarily running with the first team, probably this mix of the second team, but he's obviously going to make the roster. And I think he can have a really good impact for the Commanders in his first year. And then here as well. Oh, sorry about that. I was just trying to pause the ad, but Bill, Ja'Cory Crosskey-Merritt, we'll call him Bill, had an impressive run off tackle, then another run opposite side, and Noah Igbenogany comes downhill. A real game that could have been a real collision. And hey, we don't know who would have won that. My money's on Ja'Cory, because I think he can lay down the boom a little bit. But pause. But if it was Tyler Owens, maybe that's a little bit different. But it's against Noah Igbenogany, so I'm not saying he's a terrible tackler. But my money's on Ja'Cory right there, Bill. I got to start calling Bill, because that's what he goes by. I think Jaden today was like, yeah, it's Bill. So if Jaden says it, then I think a lot of people are going to start calling him Bill, which obviously is good. Jalen Lane had a nice day today too. Had a really nice route and a nice catch. And JP Finley said he's having a day, so it wasn't just that play, other plays as well. So shout out to Jalen Lane, my guy, fellow Virginia Tech Hokie, and let's hope this continues. He had a nice catch a few days ago. When I was there, didn't really see too much. Maybe had one catch, but he's a rookie, so up and down, of course. But his name is out there more on social media now. We're hearing more about him, which is good, because that means he's making plays, versus before maybe he wasn't making a lot of plays. And today I think he was working with the first team a little bit as well, which obviously is good news. All right, and so sorry, I just had to interrupt a bit, but yeah, Jalen Lane overall good day. JP accidentally misspelled his name, but that's fine. Everyone's hopefully going to know his name in a couple years, and hopefully he's a big piece to this Washington Commanders team over the next few years. This year, though, the biggest priority for him is being a punt returner and being a dang good one, not fumbling the ball, and then making some big plays. Getting this team in good field position. Maybe they're not having a good stretch of plays or possessions, and they need a spark. And Jalen Lane can be that spark without really doing anything on offense. He can just get them starting at the 50 or past the 50, at the 40, at the 30, or scoring a touchdown. So that's the biggest thing for Jalen Lane this year. And if he can add stuff offensively, that would be really good as well. Let's go over some things from Zach Selby. So Javon Kinlaw ripped into the backfield on the first play of red zone, and he says you see the potential a lot that DQ and Adam Peters see in him. Back-to-back touchdowns from Daniels to Ertz in that red zone. Seems like the offense had a good day today overall. Let's go to Lionel here, see what he had to say. But yeah, overall a good practice for good practice for the Commanders. Here's some of the standouts from Lionel. Shout out to him, Jalen Lane, Kinlaw, Bill Owens, Zach Ertz, Noah I, and Jacob Martin in the run game. Debo had a touchdown on a nice ball from Jaden. Jacob Martin has a nice rush. And then, yeah, the Jaden and Debo connection's been good. Even when I was there, it was good. And then let's see. I think this is the route that JP was talking about. And let's keep going down the list. KJ Osborne with a touchdown. Haven't heard his name in a little bit. Jalen Lane with a touchdown. So that was shout out to Lionel there because I didn't see anyone else talking about it. So shout out there. And Jonathan Jones looking solid. And he's a high floor guy, maybe a low ceiling guy, but a high floor guy. And it was another play. This is a good observation by Lionel where maybe the ball didn't go to him, but Jalen Lane had a nice route on Mikey. So stacking days. And then, again, that's good, good stuff from Jalen Lane there. Luke McCaffrey had a drop, wide open in the flats. And yeah, that's not good. That's not good for your possible number 4 receiver. And hey, Jalen Lane stacking good days. He might take his spot. I don't know. Luke's a good blocker, which is good, but he has to step up. He has to step up in the passing game. And it's year 2. Like the rookie excuses, whatever, you can start with those in the rookie year, but second year, man, you got to be better. And hopefully, he does get better. And this is just a little bit, of an adjustment. But once the season starts, can't be having those. And if you do, you shouldn't be getting targets. And that goes for other guys too, like John Bates, who at times makes some drops. He doesn't have he doesn't have surefire hands. I saw a drop in training camp the other day from him, and obviously we've seen it in the regular season as well. He's not Mr. Reliable. And then Ben Sinnott today wasn't at practice. Apparently, he was working with the trainers the other day. So that is something to watch out for. Hopefully it's nothing, major, and also hopefully it's not even minor, because I want to see this guy practice obviously, but then also, get work in the preseason. So for me, hopefully it's not a big injury there. And then the running backs were doing some nice, interesting drills, just jumping over some pads. And then it says Hartman all verts all the time today, missed a few, but connected there with Lane. So Hartman was getting a lot of reps. I think Mariota wasn't practicing today, which very, very interesting there. I don't know why. But yeah, I think that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. The rookies are balling out, which is good. Let's continue to see it during joint practice, preseason, and then the regular season. Peace.